and today I'm going to be doing the Jennifer Lawrence tag. This video was originally created by Michael the Bookline, but I'll be doing Natasha's version over at Tashapolis, so I'll be putting her video in the link, go check it out. Now, I love Jennifer Lawrence, and I know a lot of people do. Her interviews are so fun to watch, and her personality is one that is hard to ignore. She just does not care what anybody thinks and goes about life her own way, and that is something that I just love about her. It's quite common knowledge that Jennifer Lawrence has sworn off social media completely. Social media is not kind to her, and her way of dealing with that is being completely separate from it, and I applaud her for it. I know I couldn't do it. So the first question is a book that you refuse to read. For me, that definitely is 50 Shades of Grey. There are probably a lot of other books that I would refuse to read that I can't think of at the moment, but I did a massive rant on my Facebook page last night about 50 Shades of Grey, and it's in the top of my head at the moment, and I have my personal reasons for not wanting to read it. And to be honest, there are a lot of better quality books that I really would want to be reading, and I just don't have time to waste it with that. I'm sure you can all remember Jennifer Lawrence's Oscars trip in 2013, and there was another one in 2014. So question 2 is a book that hit a snag. So a book that was boring, you just couldn't keep reading it and just kind of fell off your radar. That for me is Sabriel by Garth Nix. Now, Sabriel was highly recommended for me and I had high hopes for it, but I got about a quarter of the way in and I was just so bored and I had other things to read and it just kind of got pushed to the side, and I haven't picked it up again. I probably should, but I'm just not 100% sure with it. I'm a bit skeptical. Who could forget the Taylor Swift photobomb that happened last year? It was something that went viral very quickly and was hilarious. Just one of the reasons why I love Jennifer Lawrence is that she was willing to do that. So question 3 is a book that you didn't think would get popular. I find this question really hard because I don't tend to be someone who finds books that aren't already popular. I know that sounds bad. I have my books that aren't popular, which I absolutely adore, but when a book becomes popular is usually when I pick it up. I have so many books to read that I am quite skeptical of new books, and I tend to wait for people to recommend it to me before I pick them up. So there isn't really anything I've read that then became popular that I was surprised by. Now, Jennifer Lawrence has done a lot of movies with the director David O. Russell, and one of my favourites is definitely Silver Linings Playbook. I just love that movie so much. It speaks volumes to me. Question 4 is a dysfunctional character that you just love. That one would definitely be Katniss for me. She is the definition of dysfunctional. Definitely after the Hunger Games happened, and especially in Mockingjay, she has a lot of issues that she's dealing with. But I love her. I love the way that she does anything for her family and her friends, and especially for Peter, and it is something that I just admire in her, and I absolutely love. I'm sure you all know the X-Men series, and Jennifer Lawrence played Mystique in the last 2 movies. So question 3 is a villain who thinks that they're doing the right thing. That one is definitely Kelsier from the Final Empire in the Mistborn series. Now, I don't want to spoil the book for you, but Kelsier is definitely a character who thinks he's doing the right thing, and the whole time Vin, who is the main character, is questioning his motives and what he's actually doing. Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper have done a lot of movies together, and who would blame them? They have such amazing chemistry on screen and a joy to watch in every movie that they do. I'm pretty keen to see the new Serena movie with the 2 of them. It hasn't got the best ratings, but I really do want to see it and judge it for myself. So hopefully that will come out soon. Now, question 6 is, what author do you always find yourself going back to? Now, this author is not a very popular one. In some circles she is, but that is Janet Oak, who writes the Love Comes Softly series. Janet Oak is an author I just adore, and her stories are just gorgeous, and the characters, you just fall in love with them instantly. She is definitely an author I will always go back to and buy all of her books. You can't really see, but they're all up there. I'm pretty sure most of you have seen the video of Jennifer Lawrence being spoiled with part of Homeland. I will put the link of the video below because it's definitely a hilarious video that you have to watch. I feel so sorry for her, and I know that I would be reacting in the exact same way. Question 7 is, what plot was spoiled for you? Now, I can't really be angry about this because I kind of did it myself, but it was definitely the ending of Clockwork Princess that was spoiled for me. I was going along Tumblr, as I do, looking at Cassandra Clare's page, and accidentally read something that spoiled a part of Clockwork Princess. I slammed my laptop shut and cried for probably a good 10 minutes and then ran around the house because I was so annoyed I had to let some emotions out and some energy, and I was just angry with myself for doing it. Now, the Hunger Games. It is definitely what made Jennifer Lawrence big, and we all love her for being Katniss. She is just a perfect Katniss. So question 8 is, what is your favourite high-profile series? Now, that definitely has to be the Harry Potter series for me. Harry Potter is something that I grew up with, and I cherish it to bits and will always go back to it, and it is definitely one of my favourites. Now, we can't deny that everybody wants to be best friends with Jennifer Lawrence. I know I do, and I have for years, and anybody who says they don't, I think they're lying. So question 9 is, a character that you want to be best friends with. For me, definitely has to be Percy Jackson. So who would not want to be his best friend? Now, who can deny that everything Jennifer Lawrence says isn't absolutely brilliant? She has come out with a lot of good quotes that I find a really good inspiration for young girls. She has come out with a lot of funny ones as well. One of my favourites has to be in the unscripted interview with Josh and Sam and Jenna Malone. And the classic line came out of that one.
We get there and I'm like, where's the pizza?
That was my brother's ringtone for his messages for a good 6 months, and it definitely made me laugh every time he got a message. Now, question 10 is, who is your favourite funny, snarky character? For me, that definitely has to be a tie between Leo out of the Heroes of Olympus series or Jace out of the Mortal Instruments. I just can't choose between them. I love them both, and they are both absolutely hilarious. I hope you enjoyed this video just as much as I did, and thank you so much for watching.